Don't be scared, you can do this, just focus. Simple words, right? But they're absolutely packed with so much hope and encouragement. Now, get this. What if I told you those words weren't spoken by a friend or a parent, but from a dog?
So how does that happen? How does a scene with so much heart get born from just a few lines of text? That's the big question we're going to dig into today. We're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it's done. All right, welcome to The Explainer. What we're doing today is breaking down a blueprint for emotion. Yeah, you heard that right. Think of it like a recipe for a really powerful short story. We're going to go line by line and see how every single word plays a part in that final heartwarming scene.
So what is this blueprint we're talking about? Well, the official term is a narrative and cinematic prompt. But honestly, just think of it like a script, a director's shot list, and an animator's style guide all mashed into one. It's literally the architectural plan for telling a story.
Okay, so first things first. Every good story needs a world, right? So let's start there. Let's look at how this blueprint sets the stage. Where is all this emotion actually going to happen? And you know, the very first instruction is kind of technical. It's aspect ratio 16:9, which is wild, right? Before we even know what the story is, we know how we're supposed to see it. This immediately puts us in a cinematic, widescreen mindset, like a movie.
Then come two simple words that do so much heavy lifting: a cozy study room. That word cozy, it's not just a description, is it? It's an instruction for a feeling. It immediately screams warmth, safety, intimacy. We know right away this isn't some cold, sterile library. It's a personal, safe space.
And the blueprint doesn't just tell you it's cozy, it shows you how to build it. We get these specific details: a table lamp, open books, and, this is the key one, soft, warm lighting. Every single one of these things is a deliberate choice. They're all there to nail down that mood and make this little world feel real, feel tangible.
But, a stage is pretty empty without actors. So now that we've got our world, let's look at the next part of the blueprint: casting the characters who are going to bring this cozy little scene to life.
And here's where it gets really interesting. On one side, you've got our protagonist, who is super relatable, a young boy totally stressed out and nervous about an exam. We've all been there. But then, on the other side, you have the catalyst, the game changer, a cute pet dog that talks, like a human. I mean, that contrast is just fantastic, right? It's what sets up the entire story and gives it that spark of magic.
Okay, so we've got our world, we've got our characters. What's next? Well, now we get to the moment of magic, the turning point, the one single thing that completely flips the script on the whole scene.
And what's so cool is how this lays out a perfect little 3-act story. It's so simple. Act 1, you've got the problem. The boy is holding his head, totally nervous. Act 2, the intervention. Boom! His dog suddenly speaks to him. And Act 3, the transformation. The boy goes from surprised to smiling to studying with confidence. It's a whole emotional journey packed into just a few seconds. It's brilliant. But look, a great story isn't just about what happens, it's about how it's told. And that's where this final layer of the blueprint comes in. This part isn't just describing the action, it's dictating how we're supposed to see it and feel it. This is the director's touch baked right into the text. I mean, check this out. The prompt literally gets into directing. It says Pixar-style characters. Now, that's not just an aesthetic choice, right? That's a command for a certain kind of emotional depth we've all come to expect. Then you add things like smooth animation and expressive faces. These are crystal clear instructions. It even specifies camera movement, a slight zoom in to pull us closer, and sound design. Every single detail is engineered to crank up that emotional core. So here's the big takeaway from all this. Nothing, and I mean nothing, in this blueprint is there by accident. From the 16:9 aspect ratio we started with, all the way to the soft, warm lighting, to that slight zoom in, every single word is a choice. It's like a tiny gear in a perfectly built machine, and that machine is designed to make you feel something. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating, kind of mind-bending question. If a moment of real, genuine heart can be engineered so precisely from just a few lines of text, what does that mean for being a storyteller? In a world where emotion itself can be part of the blueprint, what's our role? What part of the storyteller is truly irreplaceable? That's something to think about.